Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing really well. So today I'm going to be filming a very exciting video because I'm just excited to make a video around this topic. I've never covered this topic before. I wanted to talk about angelic perfumes that smell angel-like, that smell heavenly, that smell just beautiful. And I have a huge list today, so I'm going to have to go pretty quickly through all of the fragrances. But I thought that this would be a great video, idea to talk about dreamy, angelic, just heavenly scents that I own. And yeah, I'm excited to get into it. So let's go. I am sure some of you guys will have guessed that this fragrance would have been in the list. It is Dama Bianca from Casamorati. I feel like this is kind of the queen of angelic perfumes. Whenever I see somebody on social media describe Dama Bianca, most people, including myself, say that this fragrance smells angelic because it truly does. I don't know if it's like a placebo because the bottle is giving angel, heavenly, angelic-like, but the scent itself truly is a depiction of what the fragrance is. This is the most beautiful, fresh, sweet, musky, powdery vanilla fragrance. You have a lot of vanilla in here, but it's cocooned and just covered in a blanket of soft, powdery florals, a lot of musk. It's smooth, it's delicate, it's feminine. It is just truly angelic. I love this fragrance so much. I've loved it for many, many years. It actually reminds me quite a lot of the original Flower by Kenzo. Not to the point where they're the same scent or they're dupes for each other, not at all. But my mum used to wear Kenzo Flower when I was young. And for me, that is the scent that I associate the most to my mum when I was younger. So for me, this fragrance feels just so comforting and so beautiful and innocent, and it's just amazing. Longevity and projection is pretty good on Dama Bianca. I get around 7 hours of pretty good wear with a soft projection. It's not a beast mode fragrance for me, at least. It's not super projecting or anything like that, but I don't really care. I just love the way that this smells. So this will be my first recommendation, Dama Bianca. You guys, I actually just put in a lamb shoulder to slow cook in the oven, and I had to rub the spices all over the lamb, with the spice rub. And I washed my hands 5 times, scrubbed them, but I still smell all of the spices like cumin, cinnamon. I love those spices, don't get me wrong, but I hate that. It's now stuck on my hands. And garlic as well, Jesus. Next up, we have another fragrance that I would consider to be one of the most angelic, dreamy, goddess-like perfumes in the world. This is Mon Guerlain from Guerlain. Now, if you're an OG on my channel, you will know that I have loved this fragrance for so long. And guys, I want to tell you something right now. I am not at all a designer snob, a niche snob. I love designer fragrances even more than I love niche. And recently, I'm going on a bit of a rant right now, but recently I've had this desire, and it's been around for a while for me now, maybe about 2 years. I've had this desire to just buy designer fragrances and own them and wear them even more than niche. And I cannot really explain why. It's just I kind of am more attracted to designer fragrances recently, and I cannot really explain why. But anyways, that was a little bit of a rant. But Mon Guerlain for me is still one of the most beautiful angelic fragrances ever in the world. It's heaven. It's absolutely heavenly. This was actually one of the first feminine perfumes to ever really use the note of lavender in a prominent way. And I feel like it really set a trend actually for feminine perfumery to start using more aromatics like lavender, sage, etc. So if you don't know how this smells, this is the most beautiful, slightly aromatic, soft, powdery vanilla. You have lavender, iris, vanilla, musk, etc. But this is just so well balanced, so beautiful, so angelic and feminine. I remember I went through a period of time, not with this bottle, this is actually a new bottle, but I ran through an entire bottle of Mon Guerlain many years ago, you guys. There was a period of time where I was obsessed with Mon Guerlain. It was when it just launched, and I was wearing it every single day, like drenching myself in the scent. I would take it with me in my bag. Like if I was going on a date, I would spray it everywhere, top it up. I just was in love with this fragrance. I couldn't even explain it. And I still love it, like I said, to this day. It is truly, truly beautiful. Longevity and projection on my skin is pretty good. I get around 7 hours of pretty decent wear. With a soft projection, it is quite close to the skin, but I don't care. I love this fragrance. I love it so much. It is truly such an angelic, dreamy fragrance for a woman. Next fragrance that I'm going to speak about is Apollonia from Xerjoff. This fragrance just exudes angelic, dreamy, heavenly-like qualities. And I had to put this fragrance in the list because Apollonia, if you guys don't know, is honestly one of the most beautiful white musk fragrances that I have ever smelled. Truly, truly, you guys. This is a buttery, creamy, smooth, luxurious white musk with some orris butter and musk. So there's white flowers, orris butter, and musk in here, and it truly just smells, wow. It's creamy, slightly powdery, soft, buttery, indulgent. It is, wow. Like really, I have no other musk fragrance in my collection that smells like Apollonia. It's angelic, it's beautiful, it's clean, it's luxurious. It's just so amazing, you guys. Longevity and projection on my skin is around 7 hours, so I definitely get really good wear with this one for being a musk fragrance, and I would say you get a softer projection, so definitely recommend it if you wanted an angelic, dreamy-like musk scent. This would be one of my number ones. Oh my gosh, obviously we have to talk about one of my signature fragrances. This is Le Papier from Diptyque. Oh my gosh, you guys, like I spoke about it on my TikTok, but I am fully obsessed with the house of Diptyque. It took me many years to actually like the fragrances from Diptyque. It's not like I forced myself into liking them or anything like that. I think just as you progress in your fragrance journey and as you evolve and your nose change and your taste evolves, I think you just start to appreciate different things. And when I first started collecting fragrances, I could not see the hype around Diptyque. I thought the universe was really beautiful and it felt very, I don't know, like artistic, very creative, very French chic, but the fragrances just weren't for me, and I didn't really think that they were very good back then. Now, you guys, I cannot tell you how much I love the brand. Like I have bought so many fragrances from Diptyque. I have spent a shameful amount of money on Diptyque products, whether it's their candles, the fragrances, like the room sprays. I have spent a lot of money in Diptyque products, and I just love the brand so much. Like I said, I never used to think that this was my type of fragrances, but now I just adore every single fragrance from Diptyque. I just feel like they have such a beautiful, chic, creative, luxurious, but very effortless feel to them. So Le Papier for me definitely has an angelic quality, 100%. If you guys don't know how it smells, this is such a beautiful, like musky skin scent that feels very creamy. You have rice and sesame in here, musk. You have some of those kind of like woody molecules like ambroxan, but it's just done in such a gorgeous way, you guys. It's creamy, it's smooth, it's just skin-like and dreamy, and I just love it so much. You guys know already, like I go on and on about this scent, but I truly love it, and it really smells angelic to me. This fragrance lasts on my skin, I would say around 6 to 7 hours. 6 hours of really good wear and a nice soft projection within your arm's length. So definitely has an angelic quality. I love this fragrance so much. It has a dreamy quality to it, I should say. It definitely still has like an angelic feel, but it's very dreamy to me. Le Papier. All right, next up we have Jasmins Marzipan from Lancome. I never hear anybody talk about this fragrance. It is so beautiful, you guys. You need to go out and try this one. If it sounds like your cup of tea, please trust me and go and smell this one. It is so beautiful. Jasmins Marzipan is this really beautiful, crisp and clean jasmine fragrance. It is so just elegant and beautiful and angelic at the same time. This is a gorgeous, crisp and fresh jasmine. Now the notes kind of make you assume that this will be a sweet jasmine fragrance because it has vanilla and almond in here, but I really do not get either of those notes if I'm going to be honest with you guys. I get quite a green, fresh, musky, crisp jasmine scent. It is truly, truly beautiful, you guys. I also really recommend this if you are getting married anytime soon and you were looking for something quintessentially bridal. I would recommend checking out Jasmine's Marzipan. It's long-lasting, it's clean, it's feminine, it's beautiful, it's angelic and dreamy. This is just perfect to me. Longevity projection is pretty good on this fragrance. I get around 7-ish hours or so with a really nice projection. Like I could smell this one on my clothes for a really long time after I've worn it, and I just love it so much. So if you've never heard of this fragrance and you like the sound of a clean and crisp, slightly green jasmine, please check this one out. She is a beauty. This fragrance brings back so many memories for me. I became obsessed with this fragrance when I was living in Australia. This is Chere from Mizensir. And oh my gosh, you guys, like this fragrance is just the epitome of a dreamy, angelic, just cloud-like fragrance. This smells heavenly to me, and I remember, like, I get emotional when I think about it. I remember the first time that I smelled this, and it honestly nearly made me cry because of how beautiful this scent is. I wish that it lasted longer. I'm going to be totally flat with you guys right now. This fragrance on my skin has really cool longevity and projection, if I'm being honest, because I overspray all of my fragrances and I haven't really been commented about on this scent, even though I think that the scent of this fragrance is so appealing and beautiful and, like I said, dreamy. It just doesn't last that long on my skin. I probably get around 5 hours of decent wear with this scent with a really soft projection. But let me go back and backtrack. The scent of this fragrance is just magical. There is something magical about this fragrance, and I love it so much. So what you're going to get is this beautiful kind of salty vanilla floral here. You have orange blossom. I think you have some other white flowers in there as well, mixed with a heavy dose of vanilla. And you get a little bit of like a marine touch, like a salty touch. I wouldn't say it's aquatic, not at all. Just like a soft saltiness. I think there's some amberiness in the base and a bit of musk, but it's so addictive, you guys. Like it smells dreamy and heavenly to me, this fragrance. I used to layer it a lot when I was in Australia with Santal Complete from Fragrance du Bois, which I feel like the formula has changed of Santal Complete, because when I first smelled it years ago, like many years ago, it was much better than what it is today. I have like a more recent formulation and I swear it's more like peppery or something. When I first smelled Santal Complete, it was more creamy, more coconutty, more deep, more gold-like. Now it feels a bit more spicy, but anyways, nonetheless, I was layering those two fragrances together and it just smelled so incredible, you guys. So Mizensir, Chere, absolutely phenomenal and fits into this category perfectly. Next up, we have Tilia from Marc Antoine Barrois, aka like a recent favorite fragrance of mine. I love this scent so much. It smells very angelic to me in a fresh way. This is linden blossom and heliotrope. And I think you have a lot of woody captives from Givaudan in this scent, because overall it has this kind of transparent woody vibe in the base. It's very airy and beautiful, slightly crisp, fresh, soft sweetness in there as well. And it's just amazing. Like this kind of is like one of those fresh laundry floral scents in a way, but not too much where it smells aldehydic or anything like that. But it definitely has this really crisp, breezy, fresh quality to it that smells a bit like fresh laundry in a floral way. And it is just gorgeous, you guys, like absolutely gorgeous. And yes, it gives me like this angelic, clean, cloud-like feeling to it, like a fresh breeze. And it's just so phenomenal, you guys. Once again, I'm gonna say longevity projection is not good on my skin. I've seen a lot of other people like on reviews and stuff on Sniff say that it's super long lasting, it projects like a beast, etc. So Obviously, you need to try it for yourself, but for me, probably lasts around 5 hours and then I literally don't smell it anymore. So that is a bit of a shame, but once again, I've said it so many times, I don't really care. Tilia from Marc Antoine Barrois, such a beautiful, angelic and dreamy fresh fragrance. Another super angelic fresh fragrance is Parade from Celine. Guys, I am actually going to film a video on what French people are wearing, like what they're actually wearing, not a fake video of like, oh, I think French girls wear these fragrances. I have already done the research. I know a lot of French people, of course, because of Pierre, and living in Dubai, there's so many French people here, and I know what French people are wearing. One of the most like trendy Parisian chic scents to be wearing right now is Parade from Celine. Actually, the whole entire Celine collection, Parisians and French people love, but especially Parade, because of how fresh and elegant this scent is. This is truly amazing, you guys. If you have never smelled it and you love a crisp, fresh, slightly green floral, please try Parade. It is so chic and elegant, and it is just a phenomenal fragrance. What you have in here is neroli, bergamot, vetiver, some musk, I think. So this is a really slightly bitter green floral because of the neroli note, but I feel like it's kind of softened out because of the vetiver, the musk. It doesn't feel overly neroli dominant, if you know what I mean. It doesn't smell like something like Neroli Portofino from Tom Ford, which is literally a straight up neroli scent. There is more going on in here. Like, it has a little bit of this kind of musky, powdery vibe. Like, I do get something slightly powdery in here, which even adds more to that like chic effect that this fragrance has, because I think powdery fragrances are super chic. So it has this crisp freshness, a slight powdery facet, a muskiness, and it's just amazing. So if you wanted to smell super chic, but in this dreamy, angelic way, you have to try Parade from Celine. It is so, so beautiful. Another musk that I feel like just exudes this angelic quality is Musc Moschus from Rania and J. I just adore this fragrance. It is this really cocooning, really smooth, cloud-like musk. You have vanilla, you have blackcurrant, you have a lot of musk. I think some sandalwood in there as well. So overall, this is a super creamy, just delicious, creamy musk fragrance. It's not overly sweet or gourmand or anything like that, but there is a very prominent sweetness in here from the vanilla and the blackcurrant. But it's just so beautiful, you guys. So just dreamy, heavenly. If you're wearing this, like, I just want to cuddle up to you. Like, it has that kind of effect where you immediately feel comfort when you smell this fragrance. So I definitely recommend this. If you like the sound of that, you're gonna love Musc Moschus. This is so beautiful. It lasts on my skin around 7 to 8 hours, I would say. Like, I get really good longevity with Musc Moschus myself, and it has a soft projection, not a beast mode or anything like that. It has a soft projection, but it does last on your skin, especially on your clothes as well. So definitely recommend this if you wanted like this sweet, creamy, kind of milky musk. You're going to love a Musc Moschus. Next up, we have a fragrance from Kilian that I think is so underrated, you guys. I don't think this fragrance would be for everyone though, let me just say that, because it has quite a old-fashioned quality to it. And I don't mean that in a weird, like, kind of negative way. I mean it like it kind of smells not vintage, but slightly traditional in a way. But it is super angelic and dreamy and heavenly on the skin. This is Voulez, vous, Cocher, avec moi. Now, yes, the translation to this name is super, like, cute, but the fragrance, you guys, the fragrance is so beautiful inside. And like I said, there is something quite classic, very elegant and chic about this scent. What you have is a melange of gardenia and tuberose and ylang ylang, vanilla, rose, musk. It is so beautifully executed. I think this one is by Alberto Marias. I feel like the floral notes in here are so well balanced. There is not one of them that is like overtaking the entire composition. It feels very smooth and very harmonious in the way that it's being structured. You feel the gardenia, the tuberose, and the ylang ylang, but it's in this blanket of a smooth kind of sweetness going on. It feels quite powdery, if I'm going to say so myself, a little bit musky, and it's just gorgeous, you guys, like absolutely beautiful. Once again, do not blind buy this. It's not a safe blind buy. I don't think that this scent would be for everyone. You really have to be into your more traditional floral fragrances with a little bit of like a vintage touch. But this is so gorgeous and I really recommend it. It absolutely smells dreamy and angelic. It has a little bit of a freshness there as well. And it's just so beautiful. Wow, 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 wow. I love it so much. I actually took this one with me on summer vacation and I wore it when I wanted to feel really put together and elegant during the summer. It's just so good, you guys. Oh, and longevity projection is not too bad. It's around 7 hours, I would say, with a soft projection. Next up, we have Love Delight from Amouage, aka one of my favorite releases of the year. I love Love Delight. This is really so special to me, this scent, because I feel like this fragrance fits me so well and I just absolutely love it. What you have in Love Delight is this gorgeous almondy fragrance, kind of like a bitter almond scent. It has heliotrope, vanilla, ginger, cinnamon. I think you have rose, jasmine. There's a whole lot of notes in here, but what you get is this beautiful bitter almond floral fragrance to me. You do have that ginger in the opening, which brings a slightly kind of soft, spicy kick to the scent. But as it starts to dry down, it becomes a little bit sweeter. You do feel this kind of bitter almond vibe, like a green almond vibe throughout the entire wear. And it has this beautiful sweetness to it as well. Guys, this is just so good, you guys. I love it so much. I cannot even tell you. And whenever I wear it, I feel angelic. I feel beautiful and dreamy and heavenly when I wear this scent. So definitely recommend this if it sounds like your cup of tea. I feel like this is a bit of a hit or miss with people online. Some people absolutely hate it and some people love it and think it's the best fragrance ever. So definitely don't blind buy this one. It's too expensive for that, but go and give it a sample. If you like a bit of like a bitter almond type of fragrance with some florals, you will love, 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 love Delight. Next up, we have Cassili from Parfums de Marly. I was actually thinking of either putting in Voulez or Cassili, but when I sprayed them side by side, for me, the one that has a more angelic feeling to it, a more dreamy-like feeling is Cassili. Voulez too, I have to say Voulez too, but if I could only choose one, I would choose Cassili. This just smells so dreamy and heavenly and just gorgeous. When I think of like an angelic fragrance, I think of something either powdery or musky or creamy, or a little bit fresh. Like that's what I think about when I think of something angelic. What you have in Cassili, I forgot the notes, but you have this kind of warm, fruity aspect in here, mixed with some florals. I think you have frangipani and mimosa and some other flowers in here, but it's just gorgeous. It smells very unique to me. Like I don't have any other fragrance in my collection that I could compare to Cassili. Like I know that a lot of people say that Parfums de Marly's fragrances are not very original, and I do agree with that with most of them actually. Like a lot of the men's fragrances like Percival and Ojan and etc. They're not super original scents, but something about Cassili to me smells very unique and original, and I cannot put my finger on what it is. This is just such a beautiful velvety plush, kind of yellow, powdery, musky floral. It's sweet. It has this warm fruitiness going on. It is just super interesting, you guys. Very elegant, very angelic, and just a beautiful signature for a woman. So definitely an angelic fragrance that I really recommend to you guys. It has great longevity and projection. Cassili on my skin lasts around 7 to 8 hours with a really nice projection. Like I can smell this one on me for ages when I wear it, and I just love it so much. And finally, you guys, we have Flam from Memo. Oh my gosh, this fragrance to me screams heavenly, angelic, angel vibes in every single way. If you guys don't know how Flam smells, this is the most beautiful, creamy, just gorgeous floral fragrance, white floral fragrance, I should say. You have jasmine in here mixed with cashmere and amber. You have a lot of cashmere in here and a lot of amber. You have a little bit of a freshness in the opening. I think there's some bergamot as well. Maybe a sage note, because I do get a little bit of the same vibe as Rouge Malachite from Armani Privé. I have spoken about that comparison before, that I think if you like Rouge Malachite, you will love Flam, because they do have a similar quality to them for sure. But this one feels even more angelic than Rouge Malachite, and I cannot put my finger on what it is. I think it's the muskiness that's in here, and like a fresh quality that it has that Rouge Malachite doesn't have. Even though you guys know Rouge Malachite's like my #1 forever for the rest of my life, Rouge Malachite is a bit more sensual, a bit more deep, a bit more creamy. This is more like, it has that angel-like quality to it that I cannot put my finger on what exactly it's coming, like where it's coming from. But you have that smooth jasmine. It almost feels skin-like because of that cashmere and oh wow, like wow. This is absolutely phenomenal. Definitely one of the most angelic in this list. So check it out if that interests you. If you love Rouge Malachite, you will love Flam. It is gorgeous. Longevity projection is really good on this one. On my skin, I get around 7-ish hours or so with a softer projection, but I love her. I love her so much. Flam from Memo. It's super underrated, by the way, guys. Like, I have not really seen many people speak about this one. It's very, very unique and just it's so beautiful. So that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about the most angelic, dreamy, angel-like fragrances in my collection. Let me know if you enjoyed the video and what else you guys want to see from me. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.